It is not called a loan. It is called buy now, pay later. The name is doing significant work. A loan creates a psychological barrier. It triggers awareness that you are borrowing money, creating a legal obligation, committing future income to a present decision. Buy now, pay later does not trigger that barrier. It sounds like a payment arrangement. It sounds like a tool for managing cash flow. It is a debt instrument. 53.6 million Americans took out at least one buy now, pay later loan in 2023, per the CFPB's December 2025 Market Spotlight, analyzing data from 6 major BNPL providers. Scripture has named the structure this product creates. The name it gave it is not a payment plan. By the end of this video, you will understand why BNPL is engineered to bypass every psychological safeguard you have against debt, what the CFPB data reveals about who actually uses it, and the biblical framework for evaluating any purchase that separates the moment of decision from the moment of payment. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's January 2025 report on buy now, pay later and other unsecured debt produced a profile of the average BNPL user significantly different from how the product is marketed. 61% of BNPL users carry subprime or deep subprime credit scores. BNPL users carry an average of $453 more in personal loan debt and $871 more in credit card debt than comparable non-BNPL users. 66% of BNPL users run multiple BNPL loans simultaneously, not one payment plan, but multiple simultaneous debt obligations across different purchases and providers. For borrowers aged 18 to 24, BNPL represents 28% of their total unsecured consumer debt. The CFPB's 2023 Making Ends Meet survey found BNPL borrowers were significantly more likely to be highly indebted, carry delinquencies on traditional credit products, and use high-interest services, including payday loans and overdraft. This is not a demographic of financially secure people managing cash flow elegantly. This is the demographic that debt products have historically harmed most, now with a product engineered to feel harmless. BNPL is designed to feel like a payment plan. Understanding why that design is deliberate is the beginning of navigating it correctly. 4 specific features work together to bypass psychological debt awareness. First, the language, pay in 4, installments, split the cost, not borrow money, not commit future income to this purchase. The vocabulary eliminates the friction that accompanies borrowing. Second, the zero-interest structure. Interest is the most visible marker of debt. When there is no interest, the transaction feels neutral, a convenience, not a cost. This single feature is most effective at creating the perception of a payment plan rather than a loan. Third, no credit check for many BNPL products. A credit check communicates a lender is evaluating whether you can repay this.
BNPL often skips this step, making the transaction feel indistinguishable from using a debit card. Fourth, missed payments often do not report to credit bureaus, creating what Bloomberg called phantom debt. The consumer accumulates obligations invisible to both themselves and any future lender. Together, these 4 features produce a product that legally functions as a debt instrument while psychologically functioning as a payment method. Proverbs 22:3, wisdom literature: the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. The danger here is structural. The simple person does not see it because it was engineered not to be seen. Proverbs 22:7, wisdom literature: the borrower is slave to the lender. An observation about the structural relationship created when you owe someone money. The lender has a legal claim on your future income. Your financial decisions are constrained by that claim until it is settled. BNPL creates this structure repeatedly and simultaneously. 66% of users running multiple BNPL loans simultaneously have committed portions of future income to multiple lenders at the same time for purchases already made and consumed. Romans 13:8, an epistle, apostolic instruction: owe nothing to anyone. The directional principle is towards zero obligation. BNPL moves in the opposite direction by design. James 4:13-14, an epistle. Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. James is addressing the presumption against future income. Every buy now, pay later transaction commits future income to a present purchase. It requires the borrower to presume that next month's paycheck will cover this month's decision. The CFPB data on who actually uses BNPL confirms this presumption frequently fails. Here is the framework stated plainly. Buy now, pay later is a debt product marketed as a payment method. The legal structure is identical to borrowing. You receive goods now, you owe money to a lender, failure to pay has financial consequences. The fact that the word loan does not appear in the transaction does not change the legal reality. The biblical direction is towards zero obligation, Romans 13:8. The biblical observation is that the borrower is bound to the lender, Proverbs 22:7. The warning against presuming on future income, James 4:13-14, applies to any purchase made with money not yet available, regardless of how that purchase is structured or named. The design features that make BNPL feel harmless, the language, the zero-interest framing, the absent credit check, the phantom debt, are features of the product, not features of your financial reality. Your financial reality is that you owe money to a lender on a schedule you must meet. That is the test, not how it feels, what it is. Here is the evaluation framework for any buy now, pay later decision. Step 1. Rename the transaction. Before clicking Pay in 4, replace the interface language with the accurate language. I am borrowing money to buy this now and will owe the lender payments over the next several weeks. If that sentence changes how you feel, it should have changed how you felt before the rename.
Step 2. Apply the cash test. If you do not have the full purchase amount available in your account today, you are not in a financial position to make this purchase. The installment structure does not change your affordability. It delays the payment and adds the risk that your situation will be different when each payment arrives. Step 3. Audit your current BNPL obligations. List every active BNPL plan currently running against your income. Add up the total remaining balance. This is your phantom debt, legally owed, scheduled to be paid, and absent from your standard credit report. If this number is larger than you expected, that is the CFPB data expressing itself in your personal finances. Step 4. Apply the inheritance test. Is this purchase moving money toward the inheritance framework, the reserve account, the Roth IRA, the inheritance account, or away from it? Every BNPL payment is money committed to a past purchase that cannot go toward a future asset. Audit your active BNPL obligations today, not this week, today. Open every BNPL app or account you have used in the last 12 months. Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, PayPal Pay Later, any others. List the remaining balance on every active plan. Add them together. That number is your current BNPL debt position, not your credit card debt, your BNPL obligations only, the phantom debt the CFPB identified as largely invisible to standard credit reporting. Then make one decision: no new BNPL transactions until the current balance is zero. Proverbs 22:3. The prudent see danger and take refuge. You now see the danger. The refuge is a single policy. If the cash is not available to pay in full today, the purchase does not happen today. The product was designed to make that policy feel unnecessarily restrictive. It is not restrictive. It is Romans 13:8 applied to a 21st century product that 53.6 million Americans have not yet recognized as debt. Now that you understand the BNPL structure and the phantom debt it creates, The next question is what the complete picture of a household's consumer debt looks like and the most effective sequence for eliminating it. BNPL balances, credit card debt, car payments, the right order, the right pace without disrupting the EP20 inheritance building framework. That is the next video. It is queued up right now.